Hey guys, how's it going? It's happy Sunday. Sorry, Amy. I have so much to tell you. And sorry for kind of the weird lighting going on here. And I'm actually doing what I said I would not do anymore, which is I'm eating at the counter. But that's only because I wanted to bond with you first. See, I got my nails done. Remember I was showing you guys on Friday I didn't have my nails done? Went with the French manicure, which apparently, according to InStyle magazine or something, is out. You can see I'm really concerned about that. People that actually follow things when they have these dorky things in like Vogue magazine or whatever, where they're like, this is in or this is out, and it's something like, margaritas are out, mojitos are in. Seriously? Drink what you want. Who are these people? Well, I know some of them might be in my extended family. They actually will talk about decorating their house according to what, you know, Better Homes and Gardens tells you to do. And, oh, that color's out. You can imagine the hand gestures that are going on when somebody says that around me. I'm like, oh. Trying to keep it clean. Anyway, I didn't just get back. I went to hot yoga today, which I totally have my namaste on. And thank heavens, this is another reason I wanted to come and do a vlog with you guys. Are you also noticing my ponytail's a lot shorter? You see it? That's all my real hair. Of course, I hate it right now, but we're gonna not get into that. So I went to hot yoga today. Did not have, remember I told you the first time when I went to this new hot yoga place, which they don't do Bikram, they just do, I think this top shrunk or my boobs got bigger, or maybe both. Anyway, went to hot yoga. Remember the first time I told you guys it was really bizarre? Because I went to hot yoga and I came out and I had this really bizarre feeling. It was the week that Aunt Flo was in town. And I felt like I had this pounding headache and I felt like I really needed beef. Which I've told you guys that have been following my blog for a while, you know that I have that kind of metabolism. It's my blood type or who knows what it is. But there are certain times when I absolutely have to have beef. And I get this thing where it's literally like, it's not a craving. It's more like the only thing I think will make me feel better is going and getting a, like a hamburger. And that's usually what I do. Anyway, what am I eating right here? Chicken gyro from this local place, which I love. So it's like, I have no idea how they make chicken do this. But I took it out of the pita bread. Not that I'm doing like carb-free or anything like that. I just prefer to eat it that way, like the chicken and the tomato and the onion and the, whatever this sauce is. They make it with Greek yogurt, I think. Anyway, so very excited that I went to hot yoga. This is not what I wore. I wore something else which is sweaty and disgusting. And I took a shower afterwards, but then I still was sweating on the way home. Maybe because it's 95 degrees and I didn't put the air conditioning on. You know why I don't put the air conditioning on in my car? I have no idea. Sometimes when you travel and you work and you're in airports, and I just like natural air. I like to be in natural air as much as I can. I hate being shut up in the heat all winter and then shut up in the air conditioning with, you know, I'm a natural girl. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm very glad to report that hot yoga was excellent. I'm also going to say today's instructor was a man. And let me tell you something. I think man yoga instructors probably get a lot of booty. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just not lying. Those of us that were in the class, like, he just walked in and I was expecting, it was supposed to be a girl that was the same one that did the class last time. And on Yelp, everybody raves about the guy because they're like, he comes around and checks your posture. Oh yeah, he checks your posture. He also gave me his phone number. I'm just kidding. No, but I asked him to, but he wouldn't. That's okay. But he's like, he had his shirt off. It was nice. Tattooed all over. He has like longer hair, like Nickelback long, not Jesus or long or Pharisee long. And he had like a beard and tattoos all over and then just his shorts. And so when you're in the middle of hot yoga and you're dripping down sweat and this like sexy bitch guy is like walking around and you're in like these poses and I kept thinking in the middle of yoga, okay, this is gonna be like a Sex in the City vlog, I'm just telling you right now. Because I feel like Samantha right now. But he kept saying, you know, I'm like, here's this guy walking around the room, he's like, get on all fours. And we're all like, okay. And then he's like, get into bridge pose, push your butt up. And we're all like, okay, come fix me. Hi, I'm over here. took things to a whole other level. So I'm glad that there's Sarah, and then there's also whatever his name is. I don't know. But all I know is that I think that I've seen a vision of my future boyfriend. But then again, I'd have to be in if that was like my boyfriend, a guy that was like a yogini, I'd have to be in every one of his classes to make sure that he wasn't like getting the business card of every single girl in his class. He was like one sexy bitch, let me tell you. Anyway, the class was good. He did totally different moves than the last girl did. And what they do at my hot yoga place, and they tell you this when you check in. So Bikram yoga is what, 26 specific poses, right? And they do them, so if you go to any Bikram class across the country, it's gonna be, you know, hot yoga, and it's going to be the same 26 poses in the same order. And when I came in here, they're like, this is not Bikram. This is, you know, we do hot yoga, but we do it our own way. The two things that I like, aside from a hot yoga guy, is they have the lights way down. So you literally almost can only see yourself, which for someone like me, like, I just know as much as I'm making progress with my mind, you guys, if I was sitting there looking at myself, I would be taking myself apart in yoga. Like looking at myself, saying, you know, comparing myself to the next person, and I'd probably also be like, oh, I look so fat in this mirror, blah, blah, blah. I don't need that. So I love that they have the darkness down. Plus, it's just also like when I went to the Bikram yoga down by Amy, that bright light was almost like neon. I was like, really? Can we turn it down? Thank you, you're making me squint, and I'm gonna need Botox. So there's that. They also play music, and it's not all, like some of the music is very like Zen, but then Mr. Flo, how's it going? Oh, and who else do I have to do a shout out to today? Some of my new people that are asking me for special requests. I'll get back to you, because I'm a little in my yoga state of mind right now, so forgive me. Carl, and I promise I will do your request too. Please forgive me. Jake. Yes. Tommy. Yes. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, they do a crap load in this yoga class, a crap load of core work. So, and then what's funny is they do it really fast. So it's just, I can't even tell you. I'm gonna have to have Amy come up and try this class with me, because every class is different, and they're doing some stuff where, like, I'm trying to think, they got us into warrior pose, right? And then you're in warrior pose where your back leg is straight, and then he's like, you know, so you're out there like this, and then he's like, you know, bend your back leg, go down and up. So you're doing almost like stationary lunges in warrior pose, and you go down and up, down and up, down and up. And then he was doing some, oh, what was it? I remember this one because he came over and adjusted me. But you know when you lay down, so you're on your back, right? And you put your hands this way underneath your butt, and you have your legs straight up like this, and you push them all the way to the floor and come up. That's what I thought we were doing. So I have, you know, he's like, and down and up, and I'm like, down and up, and he's like, and he comes over and he's standing in front of me. So imagine I'm like hot yoga instructor guy, and Kelly's down there, and he goes, he holds my feet, and he's like, now push up against my arm. I'm like, oh, okay. So I was pushing up, and that's what he wanted. So like, what's that called? Reverse curl, reverse crunch. That's what it was, as opposed to this. So I made sure that I needed to be corrected the rest of the class too. And there was this other girl beside me, and I could tell she was like, bitch, let him come over here. I've said bitch a lot this time. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that, and I shouldn't say that because I'm being very naughty. My mom would be over here washing my mouth out with soap. Anyway, so I'm very glad, and I want to tell you, like, being in the midst of hot yoga, aside from my nasty, naughty thoughts about the instructor, I mean, I can see how when you really get into a yoga practice and you don't just, you know, do one here, do one 3 weeks later, like when you really start doing yoga on a regular, especially, I don't want to say especially because everybody has their own practice. It's not like hot yoga is better. It's just for me, I love hot yoga. But, you know, you get to the end of the class and he's almost doing like a prayer, and he's like, you know, be thankful for your health and be thankful for this class, and, you know, just tell yourself that you're strong and you're happy, and he went through this whole thing. And you're just, like, I was getting this, like, awareness of, you know, this really is, like, this is the best thing ever. And you stop thinking about work and stress and relationships and all of that stuff. And you get there and you're like, God, it just feels so awesome to see what your body's capable of. I dig it, and I'm going to be, when I'm in town, doing that class as much as possible. And when I'm down in Miami this week on my vacation, hello hello, staying with my friend Kelly, who's a yoga instructor. I'm going to be getting my yoga on in a big way. And I'm taking some of those books that I mentioned, I'm pointing down because it's in the post below this. I'm taking some of those books that first enlightened me, and I'm going to be reading them again because I'm going to get enlightened again. But it's not like when you read a book, sometimes it's good to read it again because you can get better stuff out of it the next time. I also want to tell you that one of the things I'm going to be, ooh, this looks dirty, I don't like it. This is one of the things I don't like about touch screens, is when you can see fingerprints. But I'd like to show you, oh, I made my screen go dark, Exhibit A. So this is the BlackBerry Playbook that the kind folks at BlackBerry, full disclosure, have sent me. And I have been very, very, very delayed. And you guys know what my crazy travel schedule has been like in kind of, oh, I need to change the time. I have it in military time, naughty Kelly. But here's the thing. All I did today was I charged, shit. I didn't break it. I didn't break it. Look, it just bounced right back. See, you can see. Oh, I have it upside down. Anyway, after just taking this out and starting to play with it today, I'm gonna bring this with me on my vacation, and I'm going to obviously do some videos where I show you how it works, and I'll shoot video with it, I'll shoot pictures with it, and I'll show you guys. But I'm gonna tell you, you guys know that I have an iPad. I didn't mean to almost pick my nose. I have an iPad, and one of the things that I noticed right off the bat with this, as opposed to the iPad, now it's smaller, okay, so you can see that I'm holding it in my hands, right? Everybody has their preferences. I do find, and we'll have to see, I do find that when I take my iPad to conferences, I'm never able to find a good way to hold it. So maybe it's just that it's just getting used to a tablet in general. I don't know. So I don't know what the perfect size is for a tablet. This is very light, obviously, and it does exactly what all of the other tablets do. So it switches, right? Not special. But here's one of the things that I noticed when I just first started playing with this is it responds much better to touch than the iPad. That's something that really has been getting on my nerves about the iPad, is I'll be in a conference and even if I'm putting in my password, I'm like pushing really hard. I don't have that problem on my iPhone, which you guys know, I only went to get an iPhone because of my work. But I often, you know, the phone doesn't seem to have that problem. The iPad really seems to have a problem with me, and I find myself sometimes really having to press it. But just a little demo, and I'll do a more detailed just BlackBerry Playbook reviews later. But as you can see, like hopefully I'll just do this right. Okay, it's gonna, and I love how it reacts really quickly, and I feel like I'm making my screen really dark by doing this. So here's YouTube. I'm making my screen really dark and it's looking really funny. How about I do a separate video? But then to close this, and I don't know if, see, it's making that dark. I don't think I can do it. And I don't know if I'm pressing things in the right area. That's how you close things, isn't that cool? And then you press your little, so watch this. This is something that if I had my iPad right now, I could not do this quickly. Boom, it's gone. I would have to like press on my iPad like 6 different places to get it to close. I'm not, you know, it's not like I hate my iPad, but there's certain things from a usability factor that it really gets on my nerves. This is just very, can you guys see? It just, I love the colors are brilliant. I love how it's, it responds really well to your touch. Oops, didn't mean to do that, sorry. But you see what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like I have to press everything 1,700 times. The only thing I will say, and I did have to write to my friend Alex, is do you see how I was just swiping up to get rid of, to close something? I actually had to ask. So I want to be very honest when I review products and tell you that when I got this out of the box, I tend to not look up the directions or the instructions that come with it. I want to see how easily intuitive it is to just pick it up and start using it without having to sit with a book, because I don't think anybody wants to sit with a book. The only thing that was not intuitive for me, and Alex told me, is that, you know, when I open something like weather, okay, so weather opens up like this, and I kept trying to like swipe it this way or swipe it this way, and looking for like if I touched it up here or maybe going like that, you know, you're used to an iPad or something, and I couldn't figure out how to close the screen. So when I asked him, that's when he said that's a common question that we have, and that's when you do the, of course I'm not, it's very hard for me to swipe this way. This is when you swipe and it closes. And then of course you have your little X up there. Very cute. That was my only complaint so far, and that's not a complaint. I just couldn't figure that out to start it. But we'll do more videos and stuff with that so you guys can see. Because a lot of you guys are saying that you're looking into tablets, especially a lot of you bloggers that are reading. You want to be able to go to more conferences and have a tablet that is more portable, but also is giving you the ability to shoot your videos and your pictures and do really everything. So I want to make sure that I review this. We're going to do the Motorola Zoom. The Samsung's got a brand new, very sweet tablet out. Stay tuned for that one. And this BlackBerry thing is really impressing me. I did see a preview of this at South by Southwest, so I'm really excited to play with this, and then I'll show you more. But I am already past 15 minutes, so I'm going to stop, and I will talk to you guys later. Get your namaste on today, and have a good day.